Welcome Tech and Talk and Shop Management System. And today we are going to do some kind of refactoring stuff. So first thing first, if you see in the program.cs, you can see the connection string is hard-coded, which is not a good practice anywhere. So first of all, we need to move this one to the config file, and in our case, config file is appsettings.json. So how we can do that? We will be creating a connection strings object, and here we will be adding our connection string. Let's name it db connection, and the value will be the same string that we were using inside the code. The only difference will be now we will be referencing that string which is in our appsettings.json file. The benefit is at any point of time, without changing code, without creating a new release, just we can change our connection string in appsettings.json and everything will be start working with another database. Okay, so next thing will be the how we can access the connection string, and we can do that by passing builder dot services. I think it's builder dot configuration dot get connection string, and it takes the key value. So the key was db connection in our case, and let's pass this one to our use SQL method. Right, so let's start the application and let's see if it's working fine. Okay, so products, and it will be loading the products page. Yeah, it's loading fine, which means we have successfully moved our connection string to appsetting.json file. Next thing, so as we can see, the di stuff is now keep adding here, which will which is good for now, but it will overload or program cs file at some point. So by taking the benefit of that infrastructure folder, what we can do, we can pass all those application level configurations to a separate project, right, from where we can just manage our infrastructure independently. So how we can do, will be adding class library here in infrastructure folder. Let me add class library, and let's name it like sm, stand for store management dot dependency injection, and we will be selecting infrastructure folder here. Infrastructure, that's right. Let's select this one, and we just will create, and we will be using .NET 7.0, which is latest current version of .NET. So there is a difference between LTS version and current version, right? So we'll create a video at some point that what are the differences and how often they do change. Okay, so the in the infrastructure, let's name it config, let's app infrastructure, let's name it app infrastructure, right? And that would be a static class because we are going to create a static method uh, inside this one, and that will return void, and this would be the iService collection um, services, this way. Okay, and we need to add the dependency injection package as well here in this project. And yeah, contract or AI service collection, and what we will be doing is services dot uh, public static void, and we need to specify the name, let's say setup, right? And here what we will do is we will be getting all this code from here, and we will be putting it inside this method. And we need to remove the builder, because builder, we are not passing that builder here, we are just passing or accessing the service collection extension here. Okay, so now next thing will be we need to there are a couple of things we can do, but we need to add few things here. First of all, we added the store management DB context here, and here it will require, this line will require the entity framework code. Let's install that one here as well. Yeah, okay, so the next thing is a param we will required that configuration object as well. So let's see what it returns. It's a configuration manager, right? So we need to pass that configuration manager here. Configuration manager, and let's name it configuration, and what it is saying requires an argument. Dot configuration. Okay, before that let's resolve this one here. Okay, add controller with views. No, because this stuff is related to, you know, the front end only, so we can keep that one inside our program class here. So that would be builder dot services. Okay, oh, we just copied that one. I don't think so we need to do anything. All right, so and then the other things are we need to add reference to interfaces, and again need to add reference to the data services. That issue should be settled now. And reference to the data services, I already did that one. Okay, the only thing remaining is that configuration thing. So what can I do is we can find, let's say ASP.NET connection string from another project. ASP.NET, let's name it 6. Let's find what are the possibilities, how we can refer the that connection string from elsewhere. So ideally it should be coming in, I guess, configuration manager or modality configuration. I configuration is, we can have I configuration. I think I configuration set of keyword values application configuration properties. Okay, instead of configuration manager, why not let's try to pick connection string from I configuration. Configuration dot get connection string. Yeah, we have that method here. Problem solved. And the curly braces. Okay, so let's rename it like app di setup, right? It's more meaningful name. Okay, and let's just replace all those lines here to builder dot services, not services, builder dot, yeah, builder dot services dot app db app di, I guess. What was the name? App di setup. App di setup. Let's see why we are not able to find dot services dot app di setup. I think name is right, and no, there is an error I have seen now. So the curly braces are missing, and now it should be able to find. Dot app di control space, still not able to find. Okay, let's rebuild this one. And services dot app builder dot app dot services dot add the I service collection service collection services app TI setup. That's strange. We can do, we just rebuild the whole project and let's wait if that got resolved. Some time, which is fine. Okay, and now if we try and let's see if services dot add di and di, no. Let's double check the visibility if we are able to. Have we included that project here in the web app? I don't think so. Let's add the reference and now double check add di dot add di setup and di setup app di setup. My bad. Di setup. Okay. Now we are able to include that one and it require eye configuration and how we can access eye configuration dot configuration, I guess. And the why it's able to why it's easily, you know, compatible with the eye configuration. For that purpose we need to check the definition of configuration manager, and configuration manager somehow should have eye configuration interface. Okay, eye configuration interface is implemented. I think now we are able to configure all the di separately in a separate project, and we just need to add, call that extension method here in the program cs5, and we can add a comment here like all application ti configurations, right? All are done in a single method. Let's quickly run the application to check if that is working fine, which it should be. Okay, now you can see. Okay, yeah, you can see now there is no change in the output, which means we have successfully separated the di part in a separate project. Okay, that's good. And that was all for this session, and we will be working on updating the repository layer in the next video. Let me give you an idea. We will be modifying that repository layer so that we have a generic repository here. We don't want to explicitly call each entity for at least CRUD operations, so that should all be handled through generic repository, right? So let's do that implementation in the next video. Till then, have a good day and keep learning. In case of any confusion or queries, do ask in the comments. See you.